Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for the First Berserker KHAZAN. So dear viewer, the First Berserker KHAZAN released wide 175 hours ago. Which is all the more concerning when I tell you that I spent 149 hours and 10 minutes playing this game. You don't believe me? Then feast your eyes on this, dear viewer. Not that, this. But we're not here to talk about my ever-increasing gaming addiction, dear viewers. No, we are here to discuss the First Berserker. And just like that beautiful bearded bastard Barry Bertrum, you're probably wondering...
What is this? What is it? What is this?
The First Berserker KHAZAN is a hardcore action role-playing game thing, or soulslike if you will. The story sees us playing as KHAZAN, a great general who has been condemned to death for reasons, somehow survives his execution, gets possessed by a phantom ghost thing, and sets out on a quest for bloody revenge. To tell you more than that would be to spoil the story, as well as bloating this review more than I have to. But let's just say the story has more twists and turns than the stomach of your average tubby buddy. Anyway, let's review this harder than a pervert made of concrete video game, the only way I know how. Badly. And let's start with what I liked about the First Berserker. Oh, speaking of things I like it when you subscribe to the channel, so do that, dear viewer. Doing so will allow me to live out my lifelong fantasy of having 1,160 subscribers. The first thing I simply must commend the First Berserker for is its visuals. I am obsessed with anime Souls-like games. Code Vein, AI Limit, this game, I love them. And not just because I have a penchant for seeing anime gentlemen wrapped in tight garments. I do. It's just so refreshing compared to the doom and gloom of other Souls games like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, which all look like they were designed by a particularly sad vampire bat. On that note, if someone doesn't make a Berserk video game using this game's aesthetic, then, well, I'll bitch and whine about it until someone does. So come on, Nexon, make a Berserk video game post-haste. Oh, and Nexon are the talented bastards who made this game. Another thing I loved about the First Berserker was the score. Oh my, was that pornography for my ears. Somber one moment, a piano the next, electric guitars coming in. An amazing song that plays over the end credits. Simply splendid. And speaking of the sound, I would be remiss if I didn't mention this game's amazing voice cast, including Mr. Ben Starr, who you might recognize as the lead character from Final Fantasy XVI. The actors really brought the story to life, and what a story! Granted, it was a little predictable, but that didn't take away from how much I enjoyed it. Of course I did. I played the damn thing practically 2 times over in my 140 plus hours with it. And I didn't skip a single cutscene or conversation. I laughed, I cried, I wet myself. Not because of the game, I'm just old. I loved it. I also loved the gameplay. It takes inspiration from figures like Jack the Ripper and is a bona fide hack and slash fest. A very difficult hack and slash fest. We'll go into that in a moment. Light attacks, heavy attacks, ranged attacks, unique skills depending on what weapon you pick. I played with 2 of the 3 weapon options and I loved them both. Mostly. We'll go into that in a moment as well. Yes, we will hold your horses, madam. Put your pants back on. What's that? You want to hear about the icing on this very tasty little cake? Well, the game, like a lot of Souls-likes, has multiple endings, side quests with their own boss fights, mostly reskinned boss fights from the main missions, but boss fights nonetheless. And of course there is New Game Plus. You know, I've been very nice about this game. Time to talk about what I didn't like so much. Yes. The game features an easy difficulty option. Sounds great. Now people who are garbage at Souls-like video games can play this, right? Right? Not so much. Yes, there is an easy mode. Yes, I played on it. Shut up, madam. But I can assure you it is not easy. I'd say the easy in this game is as difficult as standard difficulty in Dark Souls or Sekiro. For different reasons, admittedly. A lot of the difficulty in this game lies in the boss fights, some of which have already been tweaked. But when I played through them, it was pre-tweak. There had been no tweakage. I got the early access version of the game, so I experienced these hard bastards like Viper in all of their glory. And while, yes, I am not the best at these types of games, and I did manage to get through the game, it was hard. So if you're going to get this game based on the easy mode, then just be warned, dear viewer, you will die. A lot. I did. Probably hundreds of times, especially on the final boss, which gave me a lot of problems until I figured out an armor set and skills that worked just for me. Like I said, I tried out 2 of the 3 possible weapon types, so you can play using dual blades, greatsword, and the spear. I started on the dual blades, decided 3/4 of the way through the game that the bosses were starting to get a little bit too difficult for all that close quarters combat, so I changed over to the spear, and then very quickly realized that having not played with it for 3/4 of the game, I was completely and utterly useless. Not only that, but I had sold all of my leveled up dual swords gear. So you might say, in a nutshell, I was fucked. I consulted guides on YouTube who said, craft this armor set, get these skills. And I can tell you, dear viewers, that I struggled for hours in this game. That was until I finally decided, wait a minute, I like using this skill. I should craft the armor that suits this skill. Maybe, oh my god, I just beat the final boss on my first attempt. So if you want my advice, dear viewers, craft the armor and use the weapon that works for you. Not what some idiot on YouTube tells you to use. Trust me, I would have saved myself at least 10 to 14 hours on this game if I had just done what I eventually did from the off. So what else did I not like about this game? Nothing. That's right. Apart from my quibbles with the difficulty, this is an amazing Souls-like, with amazing visuals, amazing music, amazing combat, amazing characters, amazing boss fights, everything I want in a video game. So I have absolutely no reservations when I tell you that this is my current game of the year. A bona fide 10 out of 10. Evergreen in a room full of grannies. Therefore, I declare that the first Berserker KHAZAN is absolutely splendid. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my review for the first Berserker. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Oh, and how did you like this review not featuring the vocal stylings of Bertrum and or the Professor? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Would you like them to come back? Let me know in the comments down below. And remember that, oh, I already said that. Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.